Okay, today I am going to show you TCP and UDP. You will never, ever ask about these two after this. That is the only thing I can promise you. I will explain it using the real world. So let's get started. Look, if you are studying networking, IT, or computer science, you hear these acronyms everywhere. TCP, UDP, they live in the transport layer of the internet. But what does that actually mean? Let's strip away the technical jargon. Imagine you have just written a 1,000-page novel. It is your life's work. You need to send this entire book to your friend who lives across the country. But there is a massive restriction. The internet, post office, only allows you to mail one page at a time. So you have 1,000 separate envelopes. To get these envelopes to your friend, you have to hire a delivery service. And in the world of networking, you really only have two choices, driver number one or driver number two. Let's meet driver number one. Driver number one is named TCP. It stands for Transmission Control Protocol. Think of TCP as a highly professional perfectionist courier. He wears a suit, he requires a signature for everything, and he refuses to make mistakes. Before TCP even picks up your envelopes, he does something very specific. He picks up the phone, calls your friend, and does what we call a three-way handshake. It goes exactly like this. TCP says, "Hello, I have a delivery for you. Are you ready to receive it?" This is the CCNA packet. Your friend says, "Yes, I am here and I am ready." This is the CCNA packet. TCP replies, "Great, I am starting the delivery now." This is the ACK packet. Only after that handshake is complete does TCP send page one. But TCP doesn't just drop it off and walk away. When TCP hands your friend page one, he stands there and waits. He says, "Did you get page one?" And your friend must reply, "Yes, I got page one." Only then will TCP go back and get page two. Now, what happens if things go wrong? Let's say TCP is driving over to deliver page 45, and he hits a massive pothole. The envelope flies out the window and into a river. It's gone. Your friend is waiting. A timer goes off. Your friend says, "Hey, I never got page 45. TCP doesn't panic. He says, "My apologies. Let me go print a brand new copy of page 45. He goes back, gets a new copy, and delivers it. He will also make absolutely sure that your friend puts the pages in the exact correct order. The result? Your friend gets the entire 1,000-page book perfectly. Not a single letter is missing. The catch? All of that checking, verifying, and resending takes a long time. TCP is perfectly reliable, but it is heavy and slow. So where do we use TCP in the real world? We use it everywhere that accuracy is more important than speed. When you load a web page, you are using TCP. You don't want half the text missing. When you send an email, you use TCP. You don't want your sentence, "I will not pay you," to accidentally arrive as "I will pay you." When you download a file, an app, or check your bank account balance, you use TCP. You need every single byte of data to be completely perfect. Now you might be sitting there thinking, well, TCP sounds flawless. Why would we ever use anything else? Two words: delay and overhead. Sometimes perfection actually ruins the experience. Sometimes you don't have time to wait for a handshake. You don't have time to wait for a dropped packet to be resent. That is where driver number two comes in. Driver number two is named UDP. It stands for User Datagram Protocol. If TCP is a perfectionist courier in a suit, UDP is a reckless paperboy on a dirt bike fueled by energy drinks. UDP does not care about perfection. UDP does not do handshakes. UDP does not even check to see if your friend is home. UDP grabs all 1,000 pages of your book, drives past your friend's house at 100 miles per hour, and aggressively throws the pages at their front door while yelling, "Here is your data," and completely drives away. He never stops to ask if your friend got page one. If page 14 blows away in the wind, UDP does not care. He is not coming back. If page 80 lands in the bushes and is out of order, that is your friend's problem to figure out. The result? It is lightning fast, almost zero delay. The catch? Data gets lost, and there is no guarantee of delivery. Why on earth would we want a protocol that literally loses our data? Because of live real-time communication. Think about a live video call, like Zoom, FaceTime, or Discord. Have you ever been talking to a friend and for a split second their voice sounds robotic or their video gets blocky and skips a frame? That was a UDP packet getting lost in the wind. But notice what happens next. The call just keeps going. You just missed a tiny fraction of a second and you kept talking. Imagine if Zoom used TCP. If a frame of video got lost, the entire call would freeze. TCP would say, "Hold on, let me go back to the server and get that missing frame of video from 3 seconds ago." By the time it fixes the error, the conversation has moved on. You would be stuck in a constant state of buffering. We also use UDP for fast-paced multiplayer gaming. If you're playing Valorant, Counter-Strike, or Call of Duty, you need the server to know exactly where you are right now. If your internet blips and you drop a packet, you don't want the game to freeze and re-download old movement data from a second ago. You just want the newest data immediately. Speed over perfection. So to bring it all together, developers have to choose which driver to use when they build an app. If they are building a web browser, an email client, or a file transfer app, they choose TCP. They accept that it's a little slower because they need the perfection and the error checking. If they are building a live streaming app, voice over IP, or a multiplayer shooter, they choose UDP. They happily sacrifice a little bit of reliability to get the absolute fastest, most real-time speed physically possible. TCP guarantees delivery. UDP just throws it and hopes for the best. And that is it. You now understand the transport layer. Stop trying to memorize the textbook definitions and just remember the courier and the paperboy. If this video helped you finally understand these two, please hit that like button, subscribe for more real-world tech explanations, and let me know in the comments, which protocol do you think you use the most every day? I'll see you in the next one.